Quinton Jefferson, new defensive tackle, talked to the media today, talked about helping the younger defensive tackles become pros, as well as what he's seen from second-round pick Michael Hall Jr.
Super knowledgeable, it's like a sponge, try to soak everything up, man. The sky's the limit for him. It's just about just getting his opportunity, which we'll have this weekend and onward. I'm super excited for him, and yeah, he's gonna be a special player.
Are those young guys coming to you first, or are you kind of reaching out to them, inviting them to practice with you?
It's kind of a mutual thing. Like, I was gonna do this stuff regardless, and then they're just interested, like, oh, what are you doing? And I'm like, hey, come see. And it's kind of thing now that, yeah, like they already know after practice, and even me and Chris, we get our hands in, we ground, we do a little extra conditioning. It's like I said, it's just, you got to just do a little something, because everybody's coming out here doing just the practice. So it's like, all right, what else? You got to put a little extra in. And like I said, they're actually taking the initiative. They're seeing what I'm doing and inquisitive, and I'm just like, hey, just come on, follow me.
What are some of the big questions these young guys have for you?
Probably the biggest thing is just how do you sustain playing like 9 years at like a high level. And it's just, I was just, like I said, explain, just you got to have a routine, because that creates consistency. Because you see a lot of guys like a flash in the pan, might have one good year and then kind of fizzle out. So it's like, how do you create that? It's like just doing the same things every single day, and it's almost like second nature.
Jared, I know you wrote an article about Michael Hall, and the veterans seem to love him already.
Yeah, he's someone who brings something different to this defense. I mean, he's someone who could unlock. Now, yesterday we heard the comparison to Aaron Donald, which is unfair to a second-round pick rookie. He is a little bit undersized, but he's nowhere near Aaron Donald coming out of college. But he's someone who gets really, really quick pressure, and I think that's something that the interior of the Browns defense, Jefferson is another guy who can get some pressure on the interior. That's something they didn't have last year. And so we saw what that defensive line was like without a lot of pressure up the middle. Add Hall, add Jefferson. It's really a dynamic that I think could be really game-changing for what Jim Schwartz likes to do. He doesn't really love blitzing even as much as he did last year. And so I think this year you might see a little less blitzing, because they really have more guys who can get pressure. They can rotate those guys. It'll be interesting, because the defensive tackle room is really six deep with people that historically should make the roster. It'll be interesting what that looks like, barring injury, when we get to that kind of final cut down day.